Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Kim, and thank you for tuning in to the Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. Give me a call tonight, 412-575-2600 is the number. We can talk about anything tonight if you want, but mainly the Steelers and the Pirates. And we do have a special guest here with me tonight. We'll bring him in a couple minutes. Usually it's either me or Bob or Josh by ourselves, but Paul Zeise is doing the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown tonight, and he decided to join me, and we're going to be breaking down the Steelers, also breaking down the Pirates game tonight and where this second win leaves them. Not gaining a little bit of ground on some teams, but I still think they have a long way to go in order to catch the Cubs, the Cardinals, and the Brewers. But the Steelers, it's their second preseason game. So far, so good for the Steelers. When you look at the win and loss column, they're 2-0 in the preseason. But they still have a lot of things to correct. And the one thing I think that worries me, and I know Paul will probably bring this up too in a little bit, the one thing that worries me about the Steelers was their defense and the way they looked tonight. And I had a chance to talk to Artie Burns on the field after the game, and he told me no need to worry about it. We haven't put everything in yet. We're just going out there trying to run our stuff, and but I still think you got to get out there and tackle, make plays, you know, and try. I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't try. I'm just saying that they didn't play their best, and they got a lot of things to correct. But you know, I kind of buy into the fact that it's only preseason, and they're working on some things, and this is not really something that they're going to think about or it's going to bother them. Also, a couple players of interest today. A lot of fans were really hoping and wanting to see James Conner do well. And, you know, he had some it was an up-and-down game for Conner, I would say, tonight. He talked to him afterwards. He said he was, you know, pretty happy with the game. He had a few drops, a couple drops. But he also ran hard, and that's what he talked about. You got to get out in the jugs machine tomorrow. Another guy people were looking out for tonight, Martavis Bryant. His first start since January of 2016, missed 19 months. He was a little anxious to get out there. You'll hear from both those guys coming up tonight at 11 on KDKA-TV News, and we'll be breaking down the entire game on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown after the news. But right now, I got Paul Zeise in here, and Paul, what's your assessment of this preseason game? It's a second game. It's the one that really doesn't mean anything. Next week is the game that I think a lot of people are going to really look towards.
Well, I would tend to disagree from this standpoint. None of these games you really can gather a ton from, but when your first team defense in 3 drives gives up 244 yards and really should have been 17 points because, let's face it, what's the name? Hall dropped a touchdown pass in the middle of the
12 first downs, I think it was, in those first 3 drives.
First 3 drives, that's a problem. And, you know, I hear what Sean Davis is saying, that, well, we haven't put everything in. And all, but here's the bottom line. I mean, Ross Cockrell was terrible in this game, and he's one of your starters. Whatever was wrong with him has nothing to do with whatever your scheme was. You know, he just got beat.
And this is a team without Julio Jones, by the way, right now. Yeah.
And William Gay, he just got beat. And Robert Golden, he just got beat. So, okay, if you want to tell me, well, we would have been able to do some different things, you know, blitzing or, you know, stopping the run or this and that, okay, maybe I'll buy a little bit of that. But the bottom line is you had 3 or 4 players that you're going to be relying on this season that weren't very good. And so they've got to get better. And that's really the only impression I had from the entire game. You know, James Conner running was nice. It was great to see him out there on the field, but, you know, he wasn't exactly playing against the very, you know, stiffest of competitions. Well, I'll tell you one other thing. I think Josh Dobbs stinks. I mean, he's nowhere close to being ready to be the backup quarterback for this team. I mean, he's okay. He might have some ability, and maybe someday he'll be good. I think he's so far away right now that there's no way he could be their backup. I mean, Landry Jones is their backup, but there was some talk that maybe, well, if Dobbs is good for 3 or 4 weeks, maybe they let. There's no way that they can have this guy one heartbeat away from playing quarterback. But other than that, the rest of this, you know, the rest of these exhibition games, it doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
Yeah, it's even hard to pay attention to that first team because they're missing their 4 best players.
You mean offense?
Offense, yeah, the first team offense.
But I mean, like defense, you know, okay, they were missing Shazier and Dupree and Mike Mitchell, but they're going to be missing a guy or two like that.
Yeah.
And the guys that were playing, it wasn't like they had fourth stringers in there. They had players that are probably going to play at least a little bit each week. I mean, you know, you can't have your guys on the field for the entire game. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're going to, you know, maybe need a break here and there. Shazier gets hurt often. Dupree's been hurt often. So, those, you know.
Hargrave hurt today.
So, yeah. So, you have to play with a couple of your backups. And that's even the point that Cam Hayward made. He's like, you know, it's not an excuse for us. It's not an excuse, so.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to take your phone calls coming up next. 412-575-2600 is the number, or you can always reach me on Twitter. I'm at Richie Walsh. He's at Paul Zeise. Back in a couple minutes.